grab a drink, sit down, relax, enjoy the show. Anybody that's watching. I'm just down here in the studio, waiting for my Amazon purchase to show up so I can file a few pieces. And I thought, I'm going to work on the Barbie Zero. Hey, 3D Medic Vince. Work on the Barbie Zero, and you know what they say, misery loves company. So I thought, I'm sitting here working, let's just go live. That way, number one, I don't have to work alone and I can talk to myself without really talking to myself. And number two, I actually can record some of this stuff for future laughs. So yeah. There we go. So I know for all one of you watching, Old Curmudgeon, hello. So it shows there's only one on now. So somebody obviously came on and looked and said, oh, it's him, and clicked off. But anyways, have you ever had a moment where you're struggling with something? Hey, you're struggling with something, and then all of a sudden, bing, a light bulb goes off, and you finally say, I get it now. Well, that was me last night while working on this. So yeah, I've been struggling trying to make head and or tails of this thing. Or maybe this camera will show a little better. See, that camera's way off base. I don't need to see that. Let's move it over. There we go. Got to finish the yard work. You're lurking. Hey, that's a cool, Old Curmudgeon, for sure. You lurk away, my friend. Lurk away. Not look away, lurk away. Anyways, I can zoom in just a little bit here. There we go. So, excuse me, as I was saying, light bulb went off last night, and I suddenly realized, like I was struggling trying to figure out how the whole Tri Zero Box Zero thing works, and I actually, a light bulb went off, and things just started to take shape last night, and I started to put a few things together, and I'm understanding now exactly how this is going to have to go together, how it's going to work. The one thing that I realized, though, is I need to, in the corners of these pieces here, where they go into the extrusions, and I did read this somewhere, that these little, I'm going to call them little nibbies that fit into the grooves of the extrusion, they need to be filed, because they're meant to be a nice snug fit, but they need to be filed on both sides a little bit. I tried with a knife, and I just more so butchered it than anything, which is okay because that's going to be hidden. So what I did is I went on Amazon last night and I ordered some, I think they were $10, needle nose files that I'm going to be able to get in here and easily file these little pieces off until they actually fit nice and snug on here. And then I'll be able to go ahead and put it on where it's supposed to go, in the corners, which is probably more so like that, where I've got to put these on the four corners in order to join the top pieces. So of the for the Box Zero. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So in the meantime, I've been looking over the CAD instructions to get this all sort of ready to go. The back bed here, I've got a little bit of work to do on this. And you know, so this is what I'm working on now. So the next thing I'm going to work on is getting this piece joined to the back piece onto here so that we can get the bed going, because we can go ahead and get the bed going even while I'm waiting to get the pieces so I can finish the top of the printer here. So we should be good with that. So anyways, join me, watch me if you want. If you got nothing better to do, just kick back and watch as I zoom in and out of my CAD drawing and I take educated guesses as to where everything's going to go. So anyways, it's a beautiful night out. I don't expect too many people to be watching me live, which is fine. But as I say, the reason I'm live is because I have an excuse to talk to myself now as I work. And I'll stay live for about we're 6 o'clock here. I'll go till about 7 o'clock, 7:30, see how it goes. Okay. So I'm gonna, now that I've got this part done here, I got to make sure I don't have to take this off to do anything else too. This is sort of in a non-permanent. I've only guessed the position of these pegs here where we were going to have some spacers where the bed goes on. I've got to put some Wagos in here, and I'm sure I have to do a bit of wiring under here before I actually put the physical bed on. But that's going to be determined here. And I know there's more pieces that have to go on this back piece for the bed. So, hey, Kit, the build goes pretty good. Hey, it's Tor. Hello, hello, hello. Chat finally loaded. Thank you, YouTube. Hello, hello. And hello, Kit. The build's going good. I was just saying earlier that I had an aha moment last night while I was working on this, and things are starting to sort of come together, and I'm starting to actually picture how this whole build is going now. So it took me a little while to picture the Tri Zero with the Box Zero. But the CAD drawings are really helping me. So you've been absent. Yeah, I haven't seen you around, old curmudgeon, for a while due to personal reasons. Not sure you're back much yet, though. Okay, well, I hope you're okay, old curmudgeon. So I have been noticing that I haven't seen you on a lot of stuff in a while. So glad to see you back, though. But you take whatever time you need. Personal things trump everything, really. You have to take care of, number one, your health, family, friends, etc. So. Okay, so I'm gonna work on this back portion. I'm kind of just piecing this together and sort of getting a look at what this is supposed to look like when it all goes together. And then if I have to back it off a little bit to add parts or electronics, that's no problem. I can. Your Trident boxes arrived today. Checking boxes and getting prints finished. Nice. Hey, it's Tor. Nice, Tor. Awesome. You're gonna like the Trident. Okay, so I'm going to switch over. I'm going to fire up the CAD drawing that we're working on here, which is right here. I'll share the display here with you. So this has been a lifesaver for me because I've been coming in and I've been zooming in on parts. I've even been looking underneath and realizing, okay, we need a heat inset in there. So we've done that. We put some heat insets in there, and then we basically built this back portion where the bed goes. Based on just strictly based on this CAD drawing, which is why I'm not sure if I'm actually putting things in the right order at the time. But when I was working on the 0.2 instructions, getting the bed assembly done was the next step. So I think I'm going to be okay with doing this because, as I say, I can always pop the bed off to access the electronics into these Wagos in here. So here's where I'm at, and now I'm going to be working on. Let me hide the bed. Tri Zero bed. Boom. Okay, I don't want to hide the whole bed. I just want to hide the bed itself. So front bed mic, gantry. No, I don't want to hide that. Where's someone? I always have trouble. Tri Zero rear bed spacer. If I highlight the bed, it'll show me which one it is. That's the whole bed, though. Let's see. One of these. Oh, right there, the bed. Right there. Just want to hide that. There we go. So that I can go in and see what I've got to do throughout here now. It's hard to get into this. What I really need to do is get rid of this hot end. See where the hot end's at. Gantry. There we go. That's what I need to get rid of. There we go. So now I'm down in here. Okay, so we have, oh yeah, I'm on camera in that little corner here. So right there. So we have, for the most part, those parts already made now. So we're looking at this part right here. Okay, and the thing is, the pictures make them look a whole lot bigger. And then the Z homing sensor, which is this guy right here. I'm not quite sure what part that is there. Let me scroll down here a little bit more and see what they're saying that is. Let's see. So there's a nozzle end stop. That's the whole unit, is the nozzle end stop. And then within the nozzle end stop is the switch. So if we hide that, then we have this, which is the screw post, 4mm. Oh, it's a 4mm by 5mm by 15mm. So that's what we're using for the nozzle end stop. I'll figure that out at another time, what that's being. Then we have an M6 socket head cap screw going up through that sensor. I don't know if that sensor is a printed piece or not, because then on top, yeah. So I have a feeling, so I can go ahead and hide these pieces for now as well. That's the bottom of it. It's the bottom piece. And then, so I'm just going to go ahead and hide the hardware portions of it. Here we are. And that one, so we can concentrate on getting this piece put in. But I don't know if I have the very bottom piece. So I have this piece right here. Where did I see that piece recently? That's this piece right here, okay, which you can kind of see in the bottom of the screen there. That's that piece there. So what I need to find now is I need to find this piece that I just put on there, that I'm highlighting right there. I need to find that piece. And I, so far, have not found that piece, but let's go back here. But I think there might be still some, I know I've still got some pieces in the box, and it may be one of these pieces. And it's possible that I didn't print it, because there are, I'm just going to pull some little pieces out here as I think, and there's a lot of pieces I printed that I don't need too. So, yeah, it doesn't look like I may as well pop these ones out, because I'm going to need these eventually. That light coming in this window right over here, near that camera, is really brightening things up here. It's a nice sunny afternoon. Never going to complain about too much sun here. So, okay. So it looks like I don't have that one piece for the bottom of this sensor piece, but that's okay. I can put that in later, but at least I have the sensor piece here that I need. So let's go ahead. Actually, I need to pop out chat because I can't see if anybody's saying anything, which I doubt, but there we go. Hey, Jerry is here. Hey, Jerry. Thanks for popping in, sir. Seeing what you're doing different from my own build, did the bed brace a little different, but then I'm using a spherical bed mod. Okay, yeah. Jerry, thanks for popping in, Jerry. Natural lights, yeah. Let me pop this chat out over here from YouTube onto my other window. Pop out chat that way, because I'm going to be looking at the CAD drawing while I'm chatting here. And let's make that a little bigger, and that a little bigger. There we go. And then I can make the chat larger. How do I enlarge the chat here a little bit? Oh, there we go. And no, that's not what I wanted to do. Hey, Jack Black. I should be able to get rid of that stupid thing a little bit too, that heart thing in the bottom. Moderation active reactions we don't need. There we go. And I thought there was a way to make that bigger, but that's okay. What pink is that? Polymaker Pop Pink Kit, you got it 100%. Polymaker Pop Pink ASA. It's exactly what it is. Yes, it is. Pop Pink, and my accent color is, oh, it's a gray. It's an ASA gray, ABS gray. And the white frame was provided by DLL PDF for me. And that's just a white powder coated frame. Okay. The old itchy nose. Let me get back to the CAD drawing now that I got the chat open in the other window. Okay, so I'm going to concentrate for this moment on getting the I'm going to concentrate on getting this middle beam done, this one right here, this extrusion here. Now, the funny thing about it is this extrusion, if you look at the CAD drawing, and this is where you got to kind of be a little flexible, because according to this right there, there's that extrusion right there, okay? According to this, it's a 15-15, 160 millimeter long extrusion, but it's not. Because the extrusion I have, on June 12th, you're an old fart, 60. Oh, really, Jerry? You're still younger than me, though. Come on. If you're an old fart, what does that make me? Oh, man. Looks like you've got a lot of big corner cubes printed out. I do. I did two different things. There was the option of these ones, of these smaller corners, which I might still use. And then there's the options of these ones, which give you another 50 millimeters. 50, not 50, but they give you some extra height. They give you an extra, 50 millimeters in height. So it's either these ones, which kind of go on like this, okay, or it's these ones that go on and give you that extra 50 millimeters in height. And I thought, well, what the heck? Why not just take advantage? All it is air dead space up here. And it just allows more room for the PTFE tube to go without hindering the top. I don't even know if I'm going to enclose this. I probably will. But so I've given myself both options. I've printed way too many parts. Like, for instance, I've got some parts here that are actually, where are they here? I might have even put them aside. Yeah, no, right here. Like, there's a part here that's for a bed mount for a standard 0.2 build. Don't need that because I'm doing the Tri Zero. So yeah, so I've got a few parts that I don't really need. So you're using the smaller ones, but the other ones give you an extra 50 height. Yeah, which can allow more room for the umbilical PTFE. Exactly. I figured, why not? I printed them, so, and I used a fair bit of plastic to print these, so why not? And I can recycle the other ones or give them to somebody else if they want to do a hot pink, a Barbie pink build. So yeah, as I was saying, the CAD drawing calls for this piece to be 160 millimeters long. And at first I thought there's a problem here because this is 100 millimeters long, 60 millimeters shorter than what's showing in the CAD drawing. But when I put it together with what I've got here so far, the length is correct. It's going to work. It doesn't need to be 160. So the CAD drawing is either, for some reason, showing a deeper bed, or it's just a little error in the way that they've described it, I suppose. So, but anyways, either way, I've got to take this off. So, and then the nice thing about this one piece right here is it gives you can slide this. You could get away with a shorter one or even a little longer one because you have a little bit of play on this one piece where the Wagos go for this center support to go back and forth or however you want. So the nice thing is we just put some nut inserts in here. We put our hardware up on the dual Z rails up here, and then we can attach that end and then let this end fall where it will and then attach it accordingly. So yeah, pretty cool. Hey, maker of mine, Nexus. Dan, how are you, Dan? Good to see you, sir. Should be the standard 100 millimeter. Yeah, so it's got to be an error on the, because as I say, it shows in the CAD, it shows that as being 160 millimeters. So it's just obviously a typo or something. So watermelon green frame. Oh, I never thought of that. You've been better, but you're sorry to hear that, Dan. Man, I hope you're okay, man. I'm always thinking about you. You know that. So, because I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for you. We go back a long way, you and I. Okay. So let me go ahead and zoom in a bit here and see what we got to do. So there is a piece in the back where the belt's going to go through. Okay, so that piece in the back is this little guy. Might be if you get your extrusions instead of reusing ones from a standard V0K. Oh, could very well be. I am not a star, Dan. Not a star by any stretch of the imagination, but thank you. Guess Dan's on Twitch. No, Dan's on, I'm not streaming on Twitch. So, Ulcurmudgeon, I'm on YouTube only. So Dan is on YouTube. Well, he streams on Twitch too, I know that. Where's the piece I'm missing? Right here. So that's the other, there's another piece right there. So if you look in the CAD drawing, and I'm going to be popping back and forth for you guys. So this piece right here that we're looking at here, okay, which is going to go in the back of all, and forgive me, I'm still getting used to this Space Mouse in Fusion 360. But so this is where we're going to attach this with this piece here. We have the filament or the Z end stop thing right here, and then all this attaches in the back here to this piece where the belt loops through. So I'm going to just sort of pop that up here. Actually, I'm going to turn this around more because I see I need some heat insets in this. So anything brass looking here means that we're going to be putting a heat inset in. So that piece is this little piece here. And that's what was confusing me a lot in these drawings, is these pieces are a lot smaller than I thought they were, and looking in there. And so that's this piece right here. So we're going to go ahead and heat up the heat press and throw some heat insets in that. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to double check anything else here to see if there's any more heat insets required. And I don't think there is. The only other heat insets I saw required were in these little tubular type pieces, which is right. It's that little, there was a heat inset put in the bottom of that thing right there. It was a really like deep insetted heat inset. So better than a regular mouse. Oh my God, Kit. I can't use a mouse and keyboard with Fusion 360 anymore since I got, and what I'm using, if anybody hasn't seen one, here, I'll just give you a quick peek at it. If anybody hasn't seen it. Oh, my camera, I got to turn this camera on in order for it to work. It should populate any second here now. There we go. And there it is. So what I'm using is this little guy, right here. If anybody's not seen one, it's a Space Mouse. And this is a wireless one. And this is, if you're using Fusion 360, invest in one of these. It's well worth the money to get one of those. Here, I'll move these motors out of the way. But yeah, and that way you leave it on your desk, and it just allows you to maneuver things much, much better. So anyways, that's what I'm using for a mouse. You have the basic one with a printed rest. Okay, cool. Yeah, they all work. I mean, whether you get wireless or wired or whatever, they all work really good. Your chat is effed up on mobile then. Yeah, because everybody, I'm only on YouTube. So, yeah. Okay, so heat insets. So let me grab my heat inset press here. And I've been using this a fair bit, so keep it nice and handy, and we'll warm it up here. And I repurposed some heat insets from taking apart the old one, which was kind of cool. So I'm reusing some of the insets that I had in the older Zero that we stripped apart to do this build. And while that's warming up, I'm just going to double check. I'm pretty sure, I want to make sure I have enough Wagos. It looks like I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of them. 8 double Wagos. And I think I got lots of double Wagos. So we got lots of them, lots of Wagos here for, I bought this Wago kit off of Amazon a while back, and it looks like it came with 30 of the doubles, which is lots of them. So handy kit to have if you do builds. Okay, so we're gonna get some heat insets going here. I haven't burned myself in a while, so I just jinxed myself. You watch, but no, I haven't burned myself in a while, so that's great. These printed parts are great because a lot of printed parts, when you're putting heat insets in, like these ones are great because it lets you just set the heat insets in there and push them down. A lot of the printed parts I come across that have heat inset holes in them, the heat inset doesn't sit in there. Like I call it a pre-press type situation where you can just sit it there and you don't have to kind of hold it, and it's going to pretty much be straight. So we'll press these guys in There we go, nice and slow. I've got my it's a $12 special Amazon soldering iron, which has a heat control on it, and I keep the heat set to the lowest because I've found from experience that pressing heat insets in slowly, they go in cleaner and stronger, and they don't cause the filament to bubble up at the edges of the actual heat inset. So just my advice from a little bit of experience in putting these things in. And there we go. I think we are in. That one's got to go down just a hair more. There we go. And we'll put this one down a little bit more too. Okay. So that's the heat insets in those. So we'll pop this off now and unplug it. Safety first. There we go. Still need to assemble the stealth press kit you picked up back in Black Friday. Oh, cool. Yeah. Wagos. There we go. Okay. So we have that piece, and then I need to, okay, so we're going to pop this out. I'm going to, in this case, I'm going to lower that a little bit. I'm going to use these little, where's my other one? I like using these little spacers, whatever you want to call them, for lining up your linear rails. And I'm going to bring these up, and we're going to use these just to hold these blocks up at a height that's a little more comfortable to work with, so they don't fall down on me. And we're gonna notice I have my little slate here, marble slate here, to keep everything square. I'm just gonna take a drink here. Safety third. Exactly, old curmudgeon. Exactly. Okay. I've been waiting for your stealth press. Oh yeah, I just read that. Okay. So now this piece, we have this, which is going to get attached. Okay, let me just make sure. So here, I'll just share what I'm doing here. I'm going to zoom right in. There we go, right down. Okay. So this gives me a pretty clear picture of what's going to happen here. So that looks like that one piece is strictly for, it's got those screws in there on the bottom. Yeah, it looks like that one back plate. So what I'm looking at is this back plate right here with the 4 heat insets. It looks like the main function of that is just to cover the belts. So that may even be able to go on after the belts are run. That's the other question I have, which I need to figure out here. Meanwhile, I'm just going to have a quick peek at this angle right. I know I'm making you dizzy right here. Okay, so what I need to do based on that is I'm going to throw some nuts in here. There's going to be 2 nuts on the side, and I'm wondering if I need a nut for that spacer. For that, it doesn't show a nut under that bed spacer in the extrusion there. Got a new scope in December, but between work and weather, it's still in the damn box. No kidding. I'd love to get into some astronomy stuff. Yeah, I don't see a nut down for that bed spacer, but maybe I don't need one. But I would assume I'm going to need to screw that end of the bed into something. So we'll, because I don't believe that there was a nut that went in here at all into there. But just to be safe, I will probably, no, I see, and I can't really throw a, you can't throw a screw in there because that's going to sit on top of the bed. Anyways, I'll figure that out after we go. So right now we're going to put the nuts in there for those 2 pieces here. And, oh, you guys weren't seeing what I was seeing anyway, so that's okay. That's okay. So we'll throw this in here. Where's my little pusher? This guy. These little gray nut inserts that I found and printed. I like them. You're not going to be able to see it on camera too easy, but I like these because they've got It's not going to focus. They've got little bumps on the top and on the bottom. It's probably really hard to see in the camera, but that's okay. So that they go into the extrusions rather stiffly, but they're still not difficult to move, so that they don't move or fall out. But yet when I put a piece on it, I'm still able to move them around. So, okay, now we're going to put this piece on here. So I believe what I've had to do, here, I'm going to put the overhead camera on here. It might be easier for you to see what I'm doing. Now, let me zoom in on the overhead cam. And that's probably okay. You can probably see what I'm doing there, other than the light coming in the room. Yeah, well, it's the light coming in the window that's kind of, I should put a curtain on that. But yeah, so what I've had to do too, in order to get this piece close enough to the end. Whoa, oh, good, fell in my garbage box. But I've got it. So you see where that inserted nut is. I have to actually get it close to the end, and I have to slice off a little bit of the end of the plastic on that in order for this to sit properly in the end of that extrusion. So we're going to push this out just a hair here. Whoops, a little too far. Push that out about there, and then I just take my knife and I slice off. Oops. Slice off the plastic so that I'm just left with the nut insert there with a little bit of plastic on the end, and it works fine. And then this one slides almost here. This might even be easier. I don't like the view from that camera is really tough because of the lighting at this time of day with that. This is a little bit better. So what I did is I sliced off, I sliced off the end of that nut insert there so that the nut will sit closer to the end of the extrusion. So, and then we take this piece and we're just going to grab our little tool. Where did I put the thin one? I have my tools all strewn all over the place here last night. I have really thin. It's my 1 millimeter driver. That's okay. Maybe I can use this one. And I just reach in here, and I just sort of line up the nuts to where they're going to need to go. There we go. And then we got some M3x8s. Those are 6s. There's an 8 there. Hey, Brent Ferguson, how are you? Don't be late. You didn't miss much, Brent. This was a last-minute stream. And Mike, hey, Mike, how are you? Never let the machine wins. Mike is here. Machines win. So we put some 8s in there. We just, and Brent, I know you've been watching me on the Sunday nights as well. I grew a brain and I kind of figured out how this whole thing's going to be going together. So we're working on getting the frame going here. And I'm waiting on some needle nose files so I can get the top of the box going on here. But I've also got to be cautious because I know there's going to be some nut insets that I have to put in here before I do a whole lot of building on top. Okay, I need another M3x8. I've got lots of them, but I'm trying to use up any hardware I can in these other trays I have so I don't go digging in the box. There's another M3x8 right there. And I don't know if it's, oops, it's not a cap head. Let's see. M3x8. Whoa. Just dropping them left, right, and center. There it is. I see one. Come here. It's kind of sad or good, whatever you want to call it, when I can look at a screw and know the size because I've used so many of them. There we go. Throw another M3x8 in here on this. And we'll make sure that's nice and flush on the end. And there's that end of that. So that is basically this piece here you're seeing here is basically what you're seeing in the drawing right here. The extrusion coming into this piece right here with this piece attached. Now that is going to attach to the funky looking part here that's going to attach to the linear rails. And then I don't believe there's anything underneath now. Do I need to? No, I think I'm okay. So that funky looking piece is right here. Now I just need to make sure that's going to go on top there. Why do I have, what are these other holes for? Now the other holes, those other holes are to attach that cover, the belt cover on the back. Then we have two small holes on the bottom. Almost looks like this piece was made right there above my fingers. You see there's 4 holes there. So the 4 holes on the outsides, like on over here and over here, those are attaching to the linear rail slides. And I have a feeling this piece in the middle is made for if you had a single Z linear rail, you would attach it to the middle piece here. Or if you had a triple linear rail, I guess, because I don't see the need for those bottom 2 holes here based on the CAD drawing. So based on the CAD drawing, and this is me thinking out loud, guys. So based on the CAD drawing, yeah, those bottom 2 holes right there and right there are not being used. And I think those are for a different style of design if you have a center linear rail. So told you I was growing a brain. It's hard to tell if it's the equivalent height to the 100mm top hat, or is it taller? It's going to be taller. By the time this is done, when I add the extra 50mm, it's going to be, right now we're at 350mm. If we go from where this is, we are at 150mm top hat, but we're doing an extra 50, so we're going to have a 200mm top hat on here. So we're going to have a total height of this printer of about 35, and 50 is 85. No, we need 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We're going to have a 400mm high printer when this is all said and done. Okay, so I need to attach this little peach to these 2 holes using, and there's no threaded inserts. I think these just thread into the plastic. Yeah, because it's pretty much a floating bed. And then these 2 are, this is where I have to go ahead and kind of cheat my way to figure this out. I need to find out what screws these ones right here are. So I've got to look here. Oops, highlight that piece and then look here, highlight that piece and find out what I've underlined here. Usually, I wish they would highlight it even better when I actually click on a piece. I wish it would kind of highlight where it is better, because no. So I'm probably way down here somewhere. Here, let's just see. Because what it'll do. Oops, what did I just do? If you lose your picture, just hit home and you find it again. When you highlight a piece, it's going to underline its location in here. There it is, Tri Zero rear gantry. Here we go. So now if I zoom in here a bit, and if I highlight the, oh, come on. If I highlight this nut, hear my dog barking. It should show me where that nut is. Because I'm trying to figure out what that is. Why can I not find it? Huh. Nope. Front gantry, rear gantry, right there. Okay, let's get rid of that. So it's not the rear gantry. We are looking at the Z nozzle end stop is right there. It's got to be near here. Bed. We've got the bed on. The bed magnet, M6 plate spring. Huh. Can't find this piece. I'll find it. The holes in the middle are where the belts mount to the back. I don't know, but that's, there's the question I have here. Is it a closed loop belt or an open belt? That's the question I had on Sunday as well, because according to the CAD drawings, it looks like it's a closed loop belt. And I don't have closed loop belts. I just got to find this piece. Sorry, guys. I got to find this one piece. Right there. There's what I'm looking for, is that part right here, rear Z. So if I expand this, now if I click on this, there we are right there. So that's an M2/8. M2 by 8 is what I need for those two. Yeah, but if you look at the drawing, like if I get rid of the rear Z stuff, where was it? Right here, rear Z. If I get rid of that and you look at the belt, based on the bottom, oops, sorry, I'm going to come inside here. So based on the bottom, the belt goes around the stepper motor, okay, and goes right up, and right through into here. Looks like a fully closed loop belt. I don't see where you would have a belt join at all. So my question is, do I need 3 closed loop belts for this? Because right in there, if you look in there, that belt is just going around a pulley. There's nowhere here at all where you're joining a belt. And that's what's got me confused, because even the upgrade kit I got from DLL PDF came with an open belt. So like you have to. So maybe that's a newer design that I'm looking at here. I don't know, but we're going to find out, I'm sure, one way or the other. So anyways, let's go ahead and put this back on. And it decided we need some M2 by 8s for this other piece. Probably hear my dog barking. I'm going to guarantee that's my Amazon package I'm waiting for. Let me have a quick look at my front door camera, see if it is, and if it is, I'll run up and grab it. That's probably my son coming down to say, you've got a package. Let's just see. And no, I don't see an Amazon package here. Probably just somebody walking in the front yard and wailing, saying, this is my house. Oh no, I do see an Amazon package. Hang on. Yeah, it is. Okay, my package did come in. Okay. Probably connected where you mount it to the bed. It's where you clamp the gantry to the belt itself. Oh, really? Okay, so back in. So is the belt going to be clamped in this area here? In here? Anyways, I'm going to go grab my Amazon package because it's got my files in it. I don't know if this mic will work all the way upstairs, but let's just see if it will. Do. You can hear me, but you can't see me. Climbing the stairs, opening the door. Whoops. Hello, what's all the noise? Looks like I got a package.
I got it out for you.
Thank you. You went and got it out from the porch? I appreciate that, my man. Thank you. Okay. Okay. We'll bring her down. Okay. Should be my little file kits and some thumb drives that I ordered. The dog won't fetch the package, no, but the child will. Probably connected where you mount it to the bed. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. We'll look into that. It could be something like that. It's just, yeah, the CAD drawing's not showing that, but I'm sure when it comes time to do that, we will figure it out. So, okay, M2 by 8s. Well, let's open the package real quick. I'm not one to sit on unopened packages. So we should have, there we go. We got a bunch of 64 gig SanDisk Ultra USB 3 flash drives. These are for the office. I'm always looking for flash drives. So we got some of those. And then this is our Amazon Basics needle file set. So this was cheap. I think it was $8 or something. $8 or $9, $10, something in along those lines. Let's just have a quick peek here. Hopefully this is going to, whatever. Hopefully this is going to do the job. Every day is Christmas. Okay, put the box in the garbage. All good. They're nice little files. That's what I wanted. And of course, where's my little file bag? No bag, of course, for $9. What do you want? There we go. So these are nice little needle nose files. So the idea is going to be, and I'm not going to do it right now. The idea is going to be that I can take one and take one of these, and I'm going to be able to file down that piece a little bit, and this is going to work perfectly, and it'll actually fit in there for me. That's just going to take probably a little bit of off-camera work to do that, just to file those pieces down like so, so that when I go to put the rail in, or the extrusion in, that it'll fit in there perfectly. And when you print the part, it says you need to file them down to create a nice snug fit. So, okay, file aside, this aside, let's go ahead and look at what we're doing here. You're gonna have a drawing for a flash drive. Yeah. Your needles are Harbor Freight. Love them. Yeah, I could have gone to Princess Auto. I guess Harbor Freight is similar to what we have here called Princess Auto. And I'm not sure if anybody from Canada has heard of Princess Auto or if it's just a Western Canada thing. I'm not sure. I need to find my tiny little hex key because I'm going to be driving some M2 nuts here. And I need my little hex key. I don't know where I put it. That's my 2.5 millimeter, my 2 millimeter. Where's my 1.5 millimeter? Did it fall? It was here last night, I promise. Here, let me switch to this one. I love the honesty of live streaming because you know, I have these little where did I put my tool moments, and you can't hide them. Well, that's especially when I need it. I can grab my my other set, but it should be here. I'm just going to quickly see if it fell around front, because that's usually what happens when I'm looking for something, is it's fallen off the bench, and it hasn't. But maybe if I look from this angle, we'll all be, where the heck would that be? Holy crap. Okay, well, I'll just pull out my other ones, but that's annoying. It should be here somewhere. That's all right. I'll find it when the stream's over and when I don't need it. There's the pen I was looking for yesterday. So, okay, and let me just lift this up. It's not there. Didn't stick to the bottom of this. Okay, well, let's pull out the Weras. And I've got one on the Wera. I think it's the white one, my 1.5 millimeter. There we go. Okay. Western Auto long ago. Okay, cool. Hacksmith Shops, Princess a lot. And I'm going to grab my case here with my M3s, my M2s. Here's my M2s. M2 by 6. 1, 2. They're so tiny, tiny, tiny. Okay, is the overhead going to be a little better now that, yeah, it's a little better now that the light is kind of fading. So we're going to take this. Oh, I wish I had. Where's my other one? I like my other one. Oh, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with the Weras, but. Okay, so we're going to. So this is self-tapping into the plastic. So we'll start that one. And then we'll get the other one on here. Big hands and tiny screws do not make for good bedfellows. Okay. Oh, man. See, my other one, it sort of sticks to the tip of it when I put it on. Things that sound nasty but aren't. See if I can't get that to fall in the hole. Jeez, it won't go in the hole. I know I'm setting, you guys are getting a lot of good comedy material here. I'm looking around for the other one as I struggle with this, so I can't believe, like, it's got to be. Oh, anyways, there we go. Fell in the hole. Now I should be able to get in here, and there we go. Good, got it. Okay, so we'll tighten that one in. Actually, can't go too tight because we're going to strip the plastic, so that's about as good as it's going to go. Okay. And so that's kind of like a free moving, and I guess that's going to all settle when the bed gets put on. So now this part will go on to these parts here. Okay, so, and those are going to be M36s as well, I believe. So let's just see what those are going to be. Let's just leave that there. So it's these ones here. So we got this portion put together here. We've got that screwed onto this plate. This plate's going to screw onto there with these, which are M2 by 8s. Oh, these other ones were supposed to be M2 by 8s as well, weren't they? Yeah, they were, and I put 6s in there. Ah, bugger. Oh well, I think they'll be fine though. Yeah, just the 8s would have stuck out a little further. I don't know. Maybe I'll put M2 8s in there. Do I have any M2 8s? I don't have any M2 8s. I don't have any M2 8s. How can I be out of M2 8s? I've got M2 6s. I got tons of them. I don't have any M2 8s. Oh crap. M2 nuts. M2.5 by 6. M4 by 6. Voron noob. Where did you get the KC chef's arrowhead on the wall behind you? Oh. Where did I get this? Is what you're asking. That I got from David Wilson. He's on some of my streams. He's got a YouTube channel. David Wilson made that for me and sent me. I got 2 of them, one at the office, one here. I assume that's a football team, Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm not a big football fan, but I really like that and thought I'd throw that the addition on there. So I got to look one more spot for some M2 8s. And I may end up having to order some M2s. These are M2.5s. These are M3s. That's all M3s. These are M4s. Dang. What are these? These are, let me just double check here. M5s, M3s. Come on, no M2s. Okay, well, that's kind of gonna put a damper on what I wanted to do right now. That's what I get for popping on. Oh, hang on. I see more screws here. Portable M2.5s by 12. M2 by 10s. Dang, those are going to be too long. Okay, well, and these ones in here, those are not the right screws. Well, it looks like I got to order myself some M2 by 8s. I don't. Although, how short will the 6s be? Oh, belly catch, good one. Oh yeah, 6s will be way too short. Took up to the linear rails. I want more than that. Yeah, I should. I don't want to. They'll work if I put M26s in, but they won't be as deep in as they should be, and I don't want to chance screwing around with the linear rails. So, yeah. You're a big Chiefs fan all your life. Cool. Good old Dave. Yeah, Dave sends me all sorts of funky stuff. I do too, went there most of my life, and we have a big sign here in KC. Cool. Okay, see you later, old curmudgeon. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate that, and I hope you're doing well. Be better soon. We miss you, man. So come on back more often. Unless I have, let me just check my little stash here. I don't think I have any M2s in here, but we never know. Is that an M2? Let's see. That might, no, that's too big. Let's just see here. Or is that an M25? I think that's an M2.5. Where's my little gauge here? M2. M2.5. Yeah. That's a nice little gauge, by the way, that I printed from it was on the Bamboo A1 Mini sample print file. Works really well, actually, as far as gauging your screw widths and lengths. So you guys probably all have one of these, so not a big deal. Okay, well, what else can I do? Let's see where we're at. Oh, I've been going an hour, so it's not bad. I basically wanted to come on and get on and show you guys that I've kind of figured out what I'm doing here a little bit, and, to the point where I don't have enough screws for anything. But no, I got no M. Oh, there's one M2. There's one M2 by 6 right here. No, that's an M2 by, that's an 8. That's an M2 8. Oh yeah, which is what I want. Do I have more in here? There's another one. Oh, maybe. I wonder if I have 8 of them. I doubt it. M2 by 8. There's 2. Yeah, I don't think there's any more. I think that's just 2 of them. I think that's it. Dang. No, that's it. Oh, there's one more. There's 3. Okay, there's 3. And where there's 3, there's usually a 4th, but not necessarily. They're the same size ones I've used in the linear rails. So I've used a bunch of them in the linear rails, and I don't think, let's just check in the miscellaneous jar here. I doubt I have any in here. No. No. Okay, well, I got to order myself some screws. Oh, now, you know what I didn't check? Oh, no, I didn't. The upgrade kit, the Tri Zero upgrade kit that I got from DLL PDF. Funny enough, which I'm not complaining, because it was paid for by one of my viewers, so I'm not complaining because it was free to me, but there's no hardware. The upgrade kit came with the rails, the belt, the bearings, etc., but there was no hardware, no screws, unless I put a bag aside and I can't find it. But from what I see, there was no screws included in that upgrade kit. But let me just look over here. I may have, no, I'm pretty sure I didn't put it anywhere where I can't find anything, but I'm pretty sure there was no screws with it. So, which is unusual, and that's what makes me think I've just misplaced them. But I don't think I have. Let's have a quick peek around my messy desk here, and I don't see any other screws. So, nope. You'd have better luck trying to find carriage bearings on a carpet. Yeah. Yeah, I've dropped every time I go to vacuum my rug. I suck up something. I've dropped screws. I've dropped bolts, nuts, all sorts of stuff. I still can't find that little 1.5 millimeter hex key. That's going to haunt me. So, is there anything else I can build? Let me just have a quick peek at this CAD drawing at this point. nothing else I can really build on this at the moment. I just want to, for fun, snap in one of the, where I put my Wagos I was just showing you guys, right over here. Just want to see how the fit is on these Wagos on here. It's just, oh, perfect. Oh, they slide. Oh, those are nice. That's nice. So those Wagos fit in there nicely. So we're going to be putting, I don't know, do I need all 8 Wagos? It shows 8 Wagos in the drawing. So obviously for some reason I need all 8 Wagos in there. So that's cool. I'll just, because I'm anal, I'll put one on the other side just to make it, keep it symmetrical. There we go. So we'll put the 2 in there. Ooh, 3D. Woo, woo, woo. Scary. Nice holder. Yeah, it is nice. And then that becomes part of, so the idea now was going to be that these were going to go on, if we lower these a bit here, this was going to go on the linear rail here. And then obviously this comes up in here to meet here, like so. So this becomes the whole bed assembly. But we need the hardware to mount these into here, and then on the back. Oh, and then this on the side. Then we have the this goes in here. That's the ZN stop module there, and then can't see. There we go. And then the where's that other piece we did? Then on the back, we have this piece that goes on the back like so. That covers up the belts, like that. I probably can't see where I put that. I think you can see kind of where I put that right in there. But I've got to figure out where. Oh, I wonder if the belt. I'll bet you, and it's kind of an obvious thing, but I'll bet you. See those little loopy things? I'll bet that's where the belt joins right there. You loop around the loopy thing, and then you basically clip the belt off up top, clip the belt off on the bottom. I'll bet that's where the belt goes. Just figured that out. I just grew a brain and said, I wonder why those loops are there, but I guarantee that's where you run the belt. So it is an open-end belt, and we run it around that loop, because otherwise the belt's not going to go straight up and down. Okay, cool. We figured that out. Mystery solved. And that's going to be the same. That's the same on the front ones here. We have that same loop. Why did this camera just turn off? Did I just unplug my camera by mistake? Maybe I did. Hang on. Power it off. Power it on. There should be a camera on right now. Come on. No, no. There we go. Now 3, 2, 1. Action. Oh, weird. I lost that camera. How weird is that? How weird. What's going on? Huh, lost the camera. Okay, oh well, no big deal. Technical difficulties. I think I overtaxed my computer anyways with my cameras. There we go. Teeth should lock. Oh, the teeth will lock it in. Okay, makes sense. And that way, when that's not going to pull out. But what I was going to show you is that there's the same loops on the other 2 Z axes here. So when the belt comes around, it's going to lock into those. So kind of makes sense. It almost looks like those should be going on a different way. No, I think that's the way they go on. Let me just double check this drawing. I've just lost a bunch of stuff. My my space mouse isn't working now. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Did I put those on backwards? No, I think I got them on proper. Let me just look here. So yeah, because again, you can see how it just shows a straight belt instead of the belt going through them. But I think that's just for the simplicity of the CAD drawing. So if I show the front idler, really quick here. Come on. Rear main, no, I want the front. It's a lot of, it's confusing, not confusing, but just to find. Okay, we don't need that. We can get rid of that for a minute. Just trying to find these front pieces here. Huh. Oh, man, trying to. Okay, we're not up here. That's the gantry. We don't need the gantry. It's not the gantry. It's not the panels. There's the panels. It's not the top hat. It's not the Z. Yeah, it is the Z stuff. There we go. So it's under Z stuff. Where have I hidden that? Huh. Okay. Okay, well, I can't find what I've hidden. Oh, maybe it's down here somewhere. Front gantry. No. There it is. Yeah, there it is. There's what I'm looking for right there. So there's the pieces. So yeah, so see how it shows the belt just going straight up? So I'm guessing what's happening is the belt is actually looping around here and then back down on itself. And then around here and back up on itself in order to lock the belt in. And then these things right here are the belt tensioners. So you would tension the belt with this screw right here by spreading that apart, by pulling the piece down to loosen it and pushing the piece up to tension it. So that's going to be the belt tensioners. Okay, that makes sense then. Now I know that it's an open belt and that it joins there. But theoretically, if you had the exact length belt, you could use a closed loop belt by switching out these pieces. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got this piece all set here in here, and then now we need to get these screws here. So I'm going to order a whole crap load of these, which were M2 by 6, because I've got and I'm going to order some M2 by 10s as well. Well, M2 by 8, sorry, I need M2 8s. I need more M2 6s as well. So you know me, I need to write stuff down or I'll forget. So I need M2 by 6 and I need M2 by 8, and I may as well get some M2 by 10s because you never know if you're going to need anything down the road. And screws are like cheap, inexpensive, I suppose, if you want to say that. So I don't know if there's anything else I can do right now. I suppose I could see these parts here. These are our AB motor mounts. Those are different on the box Zero. So if I go to the box Zero drawing here, as you'll see, the AB motor mounts are a little bit different on here than they are on the Tri Zero. And then on the box Zero, see, so these are the corners that I'm going to be putting on the box Zero, these taller corners, okay? And then we've got different parts for the front idlers, here. And then those are, now that's the other thing I'm not sure on these ones, is how the Y belts are tensioned. Oh, they're going to be tensioned in behind. Oh, the Y belts are going to be tensioned in behind on the axis here. Okay, that makes sense. And then, of course, oh no, they're tensioned right back here. Those are our tensioners right there. Okay, yes. It's been a while since I built one of these from scratch. But so we've got the box all built to the point where we need to get the tops on now. So yeah, so I could, I was just, helps if I show the screen when I'm talking. But these are the corners we're using here. We're going to use these ones to give us that extra 50 millimeters of lift there, because really all it is just empty space up above. Otherwise, it's going to be right here, and that if you have the PTFE tube, et cetera in there, you're going to have some rubbing on the top if we decide to put some panels on the top. So yeah, but yeah, there's a few different parts. Like these parts for the AB motor mounts are a little bit different for the Box Zero. For some reason they're a little different on the Box Zero, but yeah, which shows me now that I have got did I put that piece in backwards? No, I'm okay. Yeah, I think I'm good. Yep. No, we're good. Okay, cool. So that's that part for now. So I think, how many people are still kicking around? Let me have a look. I don't have my window open here. Let's just see if anybody's still watching. 12 people. Oh, well, that's okay. Really, the only thing I can do now, or what I'd like to do now, is get to filing these a little bit so I can get these put in. Is that right? Let me just check something here. Check these for the orientation. Yeah, that is the right orientation. They go inside. Yeah, okay. Sometimes, yeah. So these are going to be going here and here, et cetera, et cetera. But I need to file them so that they fit on these extrusions better. Speaking of that, I need to check and see. I'm going to need a whole lot more based on what we got to build up here, because you figure on this, there's 1, 2, there's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 6s are 24. So I'm speaking nut inserts. And so I only printed these little ones. I printed 100 of them, but I don't think that's going to be enough. And then also I need to ensure I have enough square nuts. So M3 square nuts. So I'm going to write that down on my list as well, because I'm pretty sure I don't have enough M3 square nuts. M3 square nuts. And I got to measure to make sure I get the right height and the right thickness of square nut as well, because that's critical. I'll just measure the ones I have right here and we'll go by there. So I'm not going to bore you guys with filing these pieces down. I guess I could try one if you want. Let me put this out of the way. Let's see how easy or hard. What the heck? Let's just see how easy or hard this is going to be to file these. Let's just grab any piece. We will grab our straight edge file here. Well, there was a lot of plastic coming off of that one, so let's do a quick file job here and just see. Sorry about blowing in your ear if I did. The tricky part here is to not file the wrong spot. Sure is easier than using a knife, I'll tell you that. Now inside, it's a lot cleaner than using a knife too. Okay. So with that we want, I'm just going to use a spare piece over here. Oh, it's got screws in the ends. Basically, we want these things to slide in there nicely, and they're still not quite there. Let's see if I can. Oh, maybe that'll work now. Let's just see. Oh, I think that did. There we go. We need to hammer that a little bit. Where's my hammer? Let's see. I'll have to get this out anyways after, but here, is this going to work as a hammer? It did. Everything's a hammer. There we go. So as you see, that's a nice tight fit on there, which is what we want to see. So now getting that out is going to be a whole new ball game, because that's got to come out, because these have to go on here. Oh man, now I got to get it out. I love this hobby. I really do love this hobby. Let's see. I have a hernia. I'm going to have to. I'll have to hammer it out. Can't touch that. I wonder if I do this. No, I'll figure out how to get it out after. Either that or I'll break it out and I'll print a new piece. Actually, did I print a spare piece anyways? No, I didn't. I didn't print a spare one. I shouldn't have hammered it all the way in. I should know better. What an idiot. What an idiot. Tim. Oh, I know. Hang on. I don't want to bend the plastic, but oh, there we go. That's helping. Comedy relief, I know. I try. There we go. I think I loosened it. Ow. I think I loosened it, he said. So now what I can do is put a non-abrasive. No, it's too thick. I need to put some non-abrasive. Hang on. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's grab the flat screwdriver. Lesson learned. Don't do this again. There we go. If I just slowly twist it up. No damage. Wow. Okay, don't try this at home. Now I can fit in a less abrasive, less intrusive. There we go. This will work. Oh no, that's bending my tweezers. Let's continue with this. Okay, that should do it. Heat gun? Oh, heat guns are for wimps. Oh, Lordy. What have I done? I just have to pry it a little bit more. Hang on. I got an idea here. There we go. Oh, that sounded good. Well, worst case, what I'll do is file a little bit more. At least the filing worked, right? That's the key thing. The filing worked. I'll file a little bit more on each, but when I actually say, oh, gee, let's see if it works, I'll actually put it on here and hammer it onto here. But I got to be careful hammering it onto here because I don't want to. Oh, would have been better. Okay, that piece is on. That's where we want it. Except, it's got to come off again because I didn't put nut inserts in there. So, oh, thank goodness. I can put nut inserts in from, no, I can't put them in from the bottom. They got to go on this side and this side. So that's got to come off again. But I'm just showing you guys what not to do. I'm showing you guys what not to do. That one actually might come off easier, though. I'm not going to hold my breath. Oh, looks pretty. It kind of looks pretty here. Look. See, it looks pretty nice. It's going to look good. Just picture that when we get these rails put on around, right? Like so. It's going to be nice and tall. Lots of room above the extruder and the hot end. So we're going to have lots of room in there. It's going to look good. So I did that on purpose, actually, honestly, just to show when I do my what not to do video. That's what's going to show. But I got it off once. I can get it off again, no problem. For sure. Let's see how easy it'll be to get off this time. Oh yeah, it's going to come off, no problem. Yeah, there we go. And I'm not doing any damage. Yeah. Well, I'm not doing much damage. What did I use next? I use this. Oh, I see what I can do. I can get right in there. There we go. Okay, that'll come off. I'm just going to be very careful. Pinch it up slowly. Yeah. Slowly. I only make the same mistake 3 times, and then I learn. See? There we go. There we go. No worries. Got a little bit of a little burr on here, but hey, I have a, there we go. I have a new set of needle nose files. I can get rid of the little burr that I put there, and you would never know. And the piece, you would never know. So, okay, lesson learned. We're not going to put this back on, but when we do, that's how we can do it. I'm going to try and file them a little more. That is a little snug. So, with your thumb like a champagne bottle, yeah, that's, you know what? These are 62-year-old thumbs, and I think there's a little bit of arthritis settling in. So, not that that's an excuse, but that's what I'm using. So if I take these down just a little more, it'd be nice to have, there's no need for these things. You don't want too much play in them, but there's no need for them to be that tight. So a little bit of manual work here. And a little bit more manual work here. And you know what? It doesn't take much. You ready for a good laugh again? No, I'm kidding. And then if we do this, yeah, see, that's even that and then that. So just a little bit more filing, and we went from Comedy Central before to the ability to actually be able to pull it off easier. So a little bit of elbow work on 4 of these things, and that'll be fine. Okay, guys. Yes, camera. Yes. Okay, guys. Thanks everybody who hung out with me. I appreciate it. We're up to 12. We're down to we're down to 8. I'm just keep reading Voron Noob's comment there. The comedy relief makes it all worth it. I agree, but I'm glad I could make you guys laugh, and I'm gonna just call it a night. I'm maybe on tomorrow night again, maybe not. I'm gonna order the oh, thanks Tor, I appreciate that. I'm gonna order the M2x6, M2x8, M2x10, M3 square nuts, and I'm gonna print a bunch more of the gray nut inserts that I use, because I think I'm going to be needing a few more than I thought I'd need. So I printed 100. I don't think that's going to be enough. I think we're going to need maybe 150 or so for this build. So, but we made a little bit of progress, which is the main thing. So thank you guys, everybody, for watching. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you all. And we will see you guys next time I decide I want to come on. So take care. Bye for now.